Hi everyone, let's talk about Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor, which I thought was an excellent show. Loved it, guys. So let's talk about it. So we had Mia Shirakawa and Queen Mamanata taking on Viva Van and Fur Fixin, which was on the Zero Hour. I thought this was really good showcase to start the Zero Hour. So let's talk about it. So this was a good match. In the end, Queen Mamanata brawled with Viva Van onto the outside, and Mia blocked Fear Fiction to submit at a superplex and shoved her down. And Queen Mamanata was on the spot to headbutt Fear Fiction, and Mia finished the job with a flying tornado DDT for the win. Then the TBS champion Maya Ruled is thankful for Ring of Honor opening doors in her career. She also kicks down some doors herself, and Mia has an AW World title shot against Willow Nightingale on Collision, and the both dream big and work hard. Wouldn't be mad if Willow plan for All In are ruined, and Willow is living in Maya's world now. Which guys, Willow Nightingale won that match last Saturday, which we'll talk about that this coming Saturday. I'm gonna do a huge video again, and then I'm gonna take a hiatus from here doing live streams, and I might be just doing, you know what I'm saying, short videos. So yeah, I'll still be on YouTube, but just doing short videos for the time being. So then we had ELP fences Adam Brooks. Oh, this match was a banger, a banger, a banger on the Zero Hour, a banger. I'm telling you. And ELP defeated Adam Brooks. Let's talk about it, guys. So, an amazing moves and accolades from both guys. Down the stretch, ELP put his knee up to block and swan dive, and ELP blazed offense for a descent kick and a spinning cutthroat net breaker kicks out by Brooks, and ELP keeps on the pressure to connect a flying crossbody and lands a flying splash to win, and that's how he defeated Adam Brooks. Then we had Commander fences AR Fox and Soleil. This was a good three way. Oh man, this three way with Commander and AR Fox and Soleil. Let's talk about it. So the three way was a full of just high maneuvers and stuff, just high maneuver athletum was really good guys for three way. Just really good high flying stuff and just man, let's talk about it. So Commander was in the right spot at the right time to win, and Soleil took down AR Fox on a crazy flying cutter, and Commander didn't skip a beat to land the Corona's lens rope walking shooting star press on Soleil for the pin. And afterwards, AR Fox wanted Commander one on one since he wasn't the man who ate the loss. Respect was in change, and it looked like Commander was game for the challenge. Then we had another match on the Zero Hour to finish the Zero Hour with Hinjasiro and Brian Cage, the Don Callis family, defeating Busta and the Brain. Let's talk about it. Jordan Dolver and Adam Priest, the Busta and the Brain. Let's talk about it, guys. Since it's the Don Callis family, Brian Cage and Hinjasiro. So Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta joined commentated the hype Don Callis family business, and Busta and the Brain looked good with a sense offense in the end, and Brian Cage was too much machine, and he powered out of a double team maneuver and powerbomb Price and tossed him over the ropes and crossed it onto Jordan over and Brian Cage superplex Adam Price back into the ring to set up Inchacero for a head scissor diver to win, and that's how they won. So that's how Brian Cage and Inchacero won, with Inchacero setting up a head scissor diver for the win, and that's how they won. Then, then let's talk about the main show. What kicked it off was the Ring of Honor World Six Man Tag Team Titles. So yes, guys, we had Jay Legal and Blake Christian and Lee Johnson taking on Dalton Castle and the Outrunners, and they became the new six-man tag team champions. Guys, I'm telling you guys, the six-way trios champions. You know what I'm saying? you know what I'm trying to say, guys. But yeah, the 6 man, I'm telling you, 6 man tag champs now are the Legal Twist. Let's talk about it, guys. The Legal Twist are your new Ring of Honor World 6 man tag team champs. Let's talk about it. So, Legal Twist has since Truth and Hot tag to Dalton Castle, and the action was cooking, and Blake Christian has appeared to injure his leg for real when slipping on a springboard dive, and he pushed through for a couple more dives into the match, and Blake Christian turned the tide in the end, and the match broke down into moves all around, and Blake Christian leaped for a crossboard uppercut on Turbo, but he clinched his leg on the landing, and Truth tried to take advantage for a roll up from behind, and Blake Christian reversed from top position and grabbed Legal's hand for leverage 1, 2, 3, and that's how they won by cheating, and that's how they became the new champions, and that's how they won with Jay Legal's hand for leverage, and that's how they won. I was happy that they won, even though that was a cheap maneuver. Loved it still. Then Kingdom proposed working together with LFI in the tag team bout, and Sammy Guevara and Beast Mortals agreed to make that deal, and that's what happened there. And then we had this match. I thought this match was okay for what it was, in my opinion. I still enjoyed it for what it was, but I thought it was okay. Let's talk about it. So we had Deanna Perrazzo defeating Steph Del Enter and retaining the Ring of Honor Women's Pure Championship. Let's talk about it. Deanna put an clinic on the brawler, and Steph Del Enter used all three rope breaks and was warned for a close fist punch in the first 6 minutes of the bout. And Deanna presents her power game to take it was competitive, and she also banned the rules. There was a spot when Deanna stopped short of colliding with the ref, and the ref coward also you can cowarded, and Steph Delanter took advantage for a close fist punch, and Steph Delanter hits her finisher and kicked out by Deanna, and Steph Delanter brought in a chair, and the tactics backfired decisively and swing and a miss, and the chair bounced off the ropes to hit Steph Delanter in the head as the ref cleared that the chair from the ring, and Deanna stuck with a close fist punch, and that sets up a powerbomb from the champ, and Deanna slapped on a armbar, and Steph Delanter was caught trying to escape, so Deanna snatched the other limb for the Vincent Del Mo double armbar to win, and that's how she won. Then then we had the 4 way, which I love the 4 way with Red Velvet and Maria Shafir and Sky Blue and Jenna Stills for the Ring of Honor Women's Television Championship, and Red Velvet retained. So let's talk about it, guys. So John Moxley was in a wild mood in the commentary during the chaos action, and there was no coercions in this about, and all 4 women were out to win in the end. And it looks like Maria made to take gold, and she grabbed a sleeper on Sky Blue, and Sky Blue react by hitting Maria Shafir with the title belt to escape in a sense for precision, and Maria Shafir was able to present a knee bar on Sky Blue, but Red Velvet came and crashing down for a flying splash on Maria Shafir for the win, and that's what happened there, guys. And Jenna Stills did some offense in this match as well, guys. Did some hits in there and there, and so, but I wanted her to win, but Red Velvet retained, so that's what happened. And then we had this match. Oh man, this match was they cooked so well together. Lee Mornati and Shibata, they cook so well together. I'm telling you guys. So let's talk about it. Shibata took Lee Mornati to the wood shed, and he schooled the champ on the mat and damaged the left leg. And Shibata forced Lee Mornati to use all three of his rope breaks within the first 10 minutes. And the third break came off a figure 4 with Shibata cracking the ankle, and Shibata had yet to use any rope breaks to this point, and Lee Mornati dug deep to rally as best as he could on the injured limb, and Shibata regained control, working for no choke, the near naked choke, and Lee Moriarty escaped a few times by rolling for top position to force pin, and Shibata went back to the same submission, and it not look good for the champ. All of a sudden, Lee Moriarty countered to strap Shibata in the interfering clutch pin to win, and that's how he won. Then Prince and Vince is back in Dark Order, or is he and John Silver refused to let Prince and Vince to back in the group, while Eva Uno and Alex Reynolds support Prince and Vince, and they believe that the Dark Order can move forward to big things with Prince and Vince, and John Silver will never trust Prince and Vince. Then we had the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. L Sky Team, Miso and Mercedes Dorora and LFI and the Kingdom and Top Flight. Let's talk about this, guys. So since Best of Action, the storyline was the Kingdom and LFI working together. There was no turmoil, and they didn't argue over pinfalls. And the Kingdom and LFI tagged each other off often and helped each other whenever babyfaces picked up steam. And in the end, Sky Team and Top Flight had the opening to clear the hill out blitz of dives outside, and Sky Team and Top Flight entered the thing for Fist Craft, Fist Craft, and Mystico took over by a Spanish fly on Darius Martin for the win, and that's what happened. And afterwards, Rocco Romero led the Don Callis family to rush to the ring for a beatdown, and LFI joined the Don Callis family to sense pain on the champ, and Ortiz ran in with a wooden stool to lead the babyfaces charge as the locker room emptily and the heels retreated, and there were only 20 bodies since around the ring. 20 bodies melting around the ring. And then we had Daniel Garcia defeating Adam Priest. Oh, man. This match was really good with Daniel Garcia and Adam Priest. Let's talk about it. So Eddie Kingston is not cleared, which that's what happened. And the winner faces Claudio Castagnoli in the quarterfinals on Collision, which Claudio Castagnoli, won and defeated Daniel Garcia. And then last night, John Moxley defeated Claudio Castagnoli, which we'll talk about that this weekend on Saturday. So yeah, big show for me to talk about all this other stuff. So yes, guys. Then Daniel Garcia attacked the left leg, and Adam Priest returned the favor. Both men worked on one damage wheel for much of the bout, and Adam Priest slapped on a figure four, and Daniel Garcia reversed it, and Adam Priest rolled it back, and then keep rolling to fall out of the ring. And Adam Priest still had the submission essence, and they rolled to the ropes, and Adam Priest crushed on the leg, and they realized the ref was close to the 10 count, and Adam Priest released the hold, and they both slinched back into the ring, and Adam Priest and Daniel Garcia were since focused on the attack leg, and Daniel Garcia finally got the upper hand by slipping Adam Priest in the knee when running to the ropes, and Daniel Garcia hammered elbow to the knee, then since the sharpshooter when Daniel Garcia cracked back, and Adam Priest tapped out, and that's what happened in that match, guys. And then Shane Taylor's promotion celebrate Lee Moriarty, also again, Lee Moriarty's win with the Hart Syndicate in their pocket. It will be nothing but more championship gold in the future. And then we had the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. Oh man, this match with Leo Rush and Action Andretti was amazing. This match was hard hitting with both guys, but at the end, the Hobbs came out there to help out Action Andretti to become the new Ring of Honor Television Champion. So a lot of powder and a lot of violence, and Leo Rush was busted open, colliding head first into a chair, and Action Andretti was caught when Leo Rush sliced him with black black glass in the was seemed like would be the finish, and Leo Rush connect on a stunner and a cutter to set up his submission finisher. All of a sudden, lights out and lights on, and Hook was in the ring to attack Leo Rush, and the Goblin still had plenty of fight. So Anthony Bowens ran in to help Action Andretti too, and Action Andretti land a springboard 450 splash through a table, and Leo Rush kicked out at one, and then the Hobbs set up a chair in the center, and Leo Rush and Action Andretti went back and forth in moments. Then Leo Rush crushed into the chair, and Action Andretti pound for the lights, camera, and then Action Andretti finisher to hit the win for the win, and he hit it his finisher for the win, and that's what happened. And after the Hobbs exited, Leo Rush revealed what was inside the box, and he pulled out a broken black heart and drank blood from it, and that's what happened there, guys. Then then we had Bandito fences Nick Wayne, and Bandito retained. A lot of people wanted Nick Wayne to win. I understand, but I was still happy with Bandito winning. I was fine with Bandito retaining, but that's just me, guys. Hopefully, in the future, Nick Wayne becomes a champion. I would love to see Nick Wayne as a champion too. So yes, guys, but still, I was happy for Bandito. Let's talk about it. For doing, he's becoming like 400 and some odd days of the third longest Ring of Honor world champion. So yeah, let's talk about it, guys. So Nick Wayne was a bloody mist with Bandito blocking a kick with his, and Bandito went for the 21 plex, and Nick Wayne countered into a poison piranha, and Nick Wayne connect on the protege plex finisher, and Bandito kicked out at one, and Nick Wayne kept on the pressure for a head kick and a second prodigy plex, and Bandito kicked out at two, and Bandito caught Nick Wayne in the air to sense to the X knee, and then a 21 plex, and then Nick Wayne kicked out, and then Bandito went back to the X knee, and Nick Wayne blocked the strike, and a sense a twist lock in the corner, and the ref corner to protect himself from getting sandwiched, and Nick Wayne took advantage for a low blow, and Nick Wayne followed for a diving cutter in the third protege plex, and he made a soft cover and landing a top Bandito for the pin, and the champ countered with a crucifix pin for the win, and that's how Bandito retained. Then John Moxley cut a promo backstage. Stuff happens, and people drop off left and right. And professional wrestling is since to be hard, and Moxley would have nothing to not always ready and willing to take opportunity since. And Dan Garcia is ready to take a shot in the Continental Cup, which we already talked about that, guys, with cardio quickly. And then Moxley would demand nothing less for him and only ask for one thing from the team to give 100%. And Dan Garcia wants Claudio Castagnoli to understand that past 20 years were Claudio's, the next 20 years will be Garcia's, and he needs the Continental Cup because wrestling is all he has in life. And this isn't a sub story, this is a love story, and Garcia wouldn't have it any other way. Then we had the main event with Athena and Hasuki. Let's talk about it, guys. So it was the main event, and Hasuki starts strong. So Billy starts, and the you know what I'm saying, guys. Billy starts, and Demonte arrived ringside, and also again Demonte and Billy Starks helped out Athena in this match mostly, and she even worked hard as well. Athena did really well in this match as well. Loved it, guys. Hasuki did some offense as well. Hasuki did really good. I like that girl from Stardom. So yes, guys. So Demonte arrives ringside to support Athena with distraction and interference, and there was a point when Hasuki may have been able to win, and she landed a flying suicide after Athena and kicked out, and Hasuki lifted her for a brainbuster ascent, and Demonte distract the ref, and Billy saved Athena percent impact, and Billy shoved the boss into the ref, and the ref down, and the minions attacked Hasuki, and Hasuki showed fighting spirit to rally on them, and a suicide dive cleared through pursuits out for the rest of the match, and there was steel penalty, a fight to be done, and Asuki lands a flying splash onto the commentary table and back inside the ring, and Asuki hits a brainbuster kick out by Athena, and the Forever Champion turns the tight with a cutter of also again a cutter over the ropes, and she falls for a suicide old face to the floor, and Athena sends the finish with the old face in the ring, and the American Asushi shows respect to the challenger after the match, and that's what happened, guys. And good respect right there. And that's what ended the show. And I gave this show a 10 out of 10, guys. A 10 out of 10. Like, man, I'm telling you, like, all the matches, like Bandito and Nick Wayne, so good. Like, the 0 Hour, like I said, the 0 Hour was amazing. Just, I would tell you guys to go back and watch that. If you ever want to, go back and watch it how many times you want to. You're like me and you like wrestling for just match quality. That's for you. If you like match quality, I'm telling you. But anyways, guys, so yeah, like I said again, I gave this show a 10 out of 10. It was an excellent show last Friday, and man, I enjoyed it and stuff, and that's all I gotta say. So yes, guys, and man, I'm telling you, their pay-per-views deliver all the time, Ring of Honor, but the weekly shows, they're fine, but I still enjoy them. I like them more than I was watching them. I took a little break and then got back into it again because I stopped watching Raw and SmackDown and recovering Raw and SmackDown. So yes, guys, I still watch those shows, but you know what I'm saying? Raw, basically, here and there, I watch it here and there sometimes, but not mostly like I used to. And SmackDown, I don't even watch SmackDown. I just watch clips of it here and there, but yes, guys, that's all I have to say. And we're going to do a preview and prediction for All In, and then we're going to do a preview and prediction for Heat Wave. And I appreciate all the love and support as always. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit those notification bells as always, guys. And peace out and take care and much love and much love and much love. Peace out and take care and much love again.